Good morning. I hope you're all doing fabulously. I haven't spoken in 2 days. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I am feeling exceptionally better than I was. Still in pain, but so much better. I can't. Oh my god, the goat. Is that a goat? Stop it. Oh, I love it. So much better, my dudes. I can't even tell you, dude. The day that whatever day that was, Saturday. Yes. I can finally touch my teeth without wanting to die in whiteout pain. That is huge. Dude, yesterday I blew a fucking cement plug out of my face, and that's what was doing it. That's what was causing all the pain. Was just not being able to blow my fucking nose. Which is ridiculous, but that's all it was. It's just crazy how my sinus can get clogged like that and cause so much pain, my dudes. Like, I have a Sonicare. I'll let you picture what brushing my teeth was like. Not fun, but so much better. That is so low. Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving an anus its wings, Socrates. I fucking appreciate you. It's almost baby time, motherfucker. That not pain is like a drug unto itself. I've been there. It's so bizarre because no painkiller touches it because nerve pain in your teeth. And all you can do is just lay there and throb. In not the fun way. Like, that's it. It was the word. I know. At least the goop is moving. The goop is moving finally, and I can function like if my teeth, like Viata said, if my teeth even touched, like just while I was talking, if my teeth clipped, oh my god, it was like being hit in the face. It's so fucking sinuses eat a dick. They're such garbage. Like, what use are you, you cement fuckers? But it's been lightning and storming for like 3 days now, which is great. Like, personally, I'm super offended by it because I super want to go work in my garden, but also every day it rains, I don't have to water. So, like, it's great for my garden. But I want to go play in it. Like, I actually went and put on my mud boots the other day and just went and tromped around in my garden because I just needed to move. But man, I haven't been in like extreme pain like that in a really, 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 really long time. And I guess I just completely forgot how just like actually physically exhausting pain is. We all need to be in pain sometimes so we can sympathize and empathize with those in chronic pain, my dudes. Cause holy shit. That, like, yesterday's the first day in like 5 days I didn't take a nap. And it was amazing because genuinely just so tired from, just sitting there in it. Dude, the clematis, you know what's crazy, Crispy? I had myself a giggle about my clematis because I think I planted it like 2 years ago and I thought it died and it didn't come back. And this year it has just decided that this is the year and it's grown huge. It's at least like 5 feet long now. I took dead branches in my yard and created a little arbor for it to go across. But I had no idea what I put in my yard. Like, I didn't know what it was or what color. And of course, Katie picks the black purple clematis. Like, there are such pretty clematises out there. And my goth ass picks the one that's borderline black. Of course I do. Of course I do. But at least it's blooming and it's happy. And I see butterflies on it, which is super exciting. Did you know it's Tuesday and not Monday? Because I didn't until you went live. We're doing good. My nose is very runny. I apologize. That's fabulous. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? It feels like Monday, so I wasn't expecting a stream. Does it feel like a Monday for everybody? Weird. It is technically my Monday. I did nothing yesterday. It was great. Nothing. Oh, it's because it's a holiday weekend. That's why. Didn't you guys, like people that have normal jobs, you got yesterday off, right? I think. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why you're all thrown off. I was sitting there like, what the fuck? Why would everybody? Yeah, Memorial Day. That's why. That makes sense why y'all are welcome to Tuesday. Should I make it the title? No, you guys know. Tuesday's my Monday if I'm live. I have a regular job, but I still took Memorial Day off. So did I, but to be sick. I'm so pissed. I was supposed to go to a barbecue at Misty's this weekend, and I couldn't go. Like, the timing of my body, I still feel, like, guilty when it's Misty. Like, she doesn't give a fuck, but man, I just genuinely wanted to go hang out so bad, and I couldn't. I mean, the day I was supposed to go was Saturday. That was the worst day. I couldn't talk. I mean, literally couldn't eat. Like, you go to a barbecue, can't talk, can't eat. The fuck am I gonna do? Sit there and cry? I was bummed. I'm bummed. I have to plan a new hangout with her because I was so excited to go hang out. Completely forgot you didn't. It's a weird weekend, my dudes. I apologize. I hope being live today fixes it. You're a hermit. It doesn't matter what day it is. True. No, it really doesn't. My weed, like, that is one of my favorite things about my weed shop is they don't change their hours depending on what fucking day it is. I love that. Like, I don't understand places that are like, it's a Sunday, guess we close at 3. Why? Okay. My pot shop's open till midnight and opens at 9 all year. Except Christmas. I think they take Christmas off. Good for them. They should, if they want to. But, yeah, I don't really have to think about days because that's, well, kind of. You know I don't think about days because I'm a total hermit and shut-in and, fuck it all. The peopling got me sick. Literally, the deli I went to get all that weird meat for our disgusting sandwich and all the weird sardines and shit, that's where I got this. Some fucker coughed on me, motherfuckers. Post office. That's when I have to know what day it is. That stupid fucking nightmare of a post office drives me nuts. Fuck knuckin' futs, dude. I don't understand. Mine's open 8 to 8 every day. Isn't that lovely? It's just so, you don't have to think about it. They're just there. You can go get your weed. It's just amazing. And you'll see someone familiar. I went bowling Sunday night, and most of the restaurants around closed early because it was Sunday, and that's so weird. I find that so weird. I was just telling Zach this. There was a bowling alley in Whidbey Island, which is like close to my parents-ish in Washington State. But we used to go all the time, not just because we like bowling. My mom used to be on a bowling team and shit. Like, I used to be kind of good. Like, almost break 200. I don't know if I've ever broken 200, but I think I was averaging around 180, which is pretty fucking good for me. But we would go because of the food. Like, the bowling alley we used to go to in Whidbey Island had just phenomenal, like, diner food, like normal-ass diner food, but it was really fucking good. We used to go there just for the food, and it closed down during COVID. I'm so sad about it. That art was fantastic. That art was exponentially better. I would rather eat that art. Also, I meant to comment VR, but I was so fucking sick. I just didn't even think about it. But I mean, I'm gonna do that today. I'm on a break. I meant to retweet it and be like, AI wishes. Because it genuinely does. Long Island Bowling Alleys had some great fries. That was this place. It had fucking dope fries and just like a nice cheeseburger, like just normal food that you could get for a decent price and then go bowl. I hit 103 games in a row. That's really good. Dude, Rod, at this point, I don't even remember the last time I bowled. I think it was pre-COVID. But I would be happy to break 100. I would be very ecstatic. I would be thrilled to break 100 at this point. I have no idea what I would bowl anymore. I have no idea. I think I went to the Whidbey Island when I was a kid. It was pretty cool. It's Whidbey Island's really popular for like military tourism. I don't know how to put that. That sounded really fucked up. That's not it. They have a lot of on the island. They have an air base. They have a functional air base, but then they have defunct. Oh, let me look it up. Hold on. I don't know the word. I know the name of one of them though. It's like defunct forts. Help me. Where you can go, it's like a bunker that you can go crawl around, and there's defunct cannons everywhere, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but this is one of them. I hope it shows up. Please show the right screen. Fuck yeah. Fort Casey is up. I think it's on Whidbey Island, if not really close. I don't know. Everything's so close. But you can see it's like a defunct bunker, and you can just, decommissioned, that's the word, and you can just go crawl through it. Like, it's so creepy. It's so creepy. Like, going deep within it, there are no lights whatsoever. It is dark, 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 dark within there. And we go in there and, like, sing. The acoustics are incredible. But we used to go just walk around these, and there's a pretty lighthouse you can go up into and stuff. But on Whidbey Island, there's a few places like that are fun to go to and learn about. Like, there's so much information about it you can learn. Yes, decommissioned bases to play at. What I used to describe it as is an adult jungle gym. Because you can crawl all over everything. It's definitely a safety third thing. Like, you can fall to your death probably out there, like, if you crawled up the wrong thing. But we would do it as adults. It was fun. And then if you go, I think I haven't lived in Washington for like 15 years, but if you go, no, like 10 years. I think it's if you go through Whidbey Island, then you end up at Anacortes, which is like that legendary bridge that connects all of the islands, and you can see whales and shit. It's beautiful. I took Vissy there, and that's where we saw the adult eagles training their baby eagle how to hunt. It was so random and so cool. I feel like all my bowling is on dates at this point. Like, that's all my bowling. Honestly, bowling's such a good idea for a date. My parents were in a bowling league when I was young and were good. I never got good at it. My average was around 110. My mom, she's actually pretty good. She has like a, my dad calls it twinkle toes. I don't know how to describe it, but because my mom taught me how to bowl, I have a weird, like, walk up to the line and do this little tippy toe thing and then throw the ball. And people always commented on it. I'm like, I just thought this is how you bowl. I didn't know. But I have this little, like, tip, 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 and then throw the ball. I don't fucking know. It's weird. Bowling's a great idea. I agree. Like, I've never dated. You guys know this. I've talked about it before. Like, I just fall on the dick of a friend and end up there for some reason. Dating, I have no idea how it works out. But the concept of either going to a restaurant and having to, like, get to know someone over food, either you're not going to get to know them or you're going to get to know them too well in that they talk with their mouth full. Both are deal breakers for me. Absolutely not. Could not go there. Movie theater? Yeah, let's get to know each other in dead silence for 3 hours. But again, I don't know. I don't know what you would do, but those sound ridiculous. My mom used to talk about their first date roller skating. Oh my God, that's so cute. Dad got his skates on first and said, I'm just going to go warm up real quick while you finish. Mom's giggity. Mom says she looked up and that fucker was doing figure eights. So she took her skates off and said, let's go to the movies. Oh, he was a good skater then. He was that fucker who could, like, skate backwards. The spare dance and or the turkey. Like, if you turn around and gobble at me, I will gobble that cock. Do you know what I'm saying? It's also, I think, a really good, like, if you go bowling with someone, you're going to be able to get a good hint of whether or not they're a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, bowling is just against yourself. Like, none of us are pros out there. But if someone starts getting a little pissy because you're doing better, that'd be a red card for me, too. I'd be like, oh, God, you're going to get mad about bowling? Okay, sure. I can't go on sports dates, too competitive. Casper, right? That's what I'm like. It happens. I wouldn't know I always win. Mm-hmm. I'm terrible at bowling too. Tell me where you want a soccer ball to be kicked and I'm good. Roll a ball down the lane. I'm fucked. I don't think I could do either. I'm like really good at receiving balls, if you know what I'm saying. I'm a catcher, not a thrower. I don't know how to say that. I literally was raised a catcher. I can catch anything. Like, I'm tall. I'm all limbs. I should have been a goalie. Genuinely should have been a goalie. That being said, I'll gobble some balls. To the face. Oh! For real, though. I'm really good at receiving balls, but, like, delivering them places is not my forte. Really. Not at all. I'm okay. But, like, you ask me to throw down to second, and I'm gonna have a cold sweat and pee a little, you know? I'm gonna go, okay, did I? Okay, she did. Woo, woo. 1 out of 10, let's go. Like, ugh. I was in all the sports, but not necessarily good, just tall. You find out their sportsmanship right off the bat, and I just can't with people that it's not even sportsmanship, it's taking things too seriously. Like, if we're on a scrap league softball team, I expect you to take that seriously. I'm a very competitive person, and we will be winning. And like I said, I'm very good at receiving balls, and I can accidentally throw one into your fucking back. But if we're just casually playing bowling, like, if we're just casually bowling, get over yourself. Life it's not that, what does he say? It's not that serious. There's things in the world. Katie was real popular at Thanksgiving. Why? Because of balls or gobbling? I can gobble like a turkey. I was a goalie and I'm 5'2". Also played, no shit, B, I'm not kidding you, the shortest girl on our team was our goalie. Her name was Alicia, and she was Mexican, and not one ball got past that tiny little bitch. It baffled me. She was barely half the height of the fucking net. I'm not exaggerating, but bitch, nothing got past her. That girl was so goddamn feisty. Whereas, like, sure, I'm all limbs and shit, but I'd get scared of the ball. She'd thrust her face into a soccer ball to save it. You need that personality in a goal, I think. I got stuck off forward, which really made no sense for a tall, lanky person, but sure. I played baseball once. I didn't really have a choice. My dad was one of those that coached all my brothers. And when you have a coach dad, I think it just ends up happening because, like, I've thought about this in retrospect, but, like, witnessing him, like, practice with my brothers and everything, my brain was like, oh, that's how I get dad attention. Sports. It worked until I stopped playing sports. Bowling is a serious sport. My father-in-law manages a national bowling team. Does he really? Or are you capping that part? Because I genuinely love bowling. I'm not a hater, Pixel. I love bowling. Really? I think that's really fucking cool, honestly. I really like bowling. It can be serious if you're on a team and but if you're just playing for funsies with friends. The lady I went bowling with, my name was Rod Bowling. Her name was not Rod. Oh, that's funny. No, that's funny. If you aren't putting inappropriate things as your bowling name, oh my God. Do you know one of my biggest, I don't know if it's a pet peeve, but something that I'm just like, oh, why did you do that? Someone who goes to set up the board as fast as possible and just puts initials for everyone's names. K, B, C, T, A. All right, go. Do you have no fun in your soul? Obviously, you don't add enough garlic to your food because you are lifeless. What the fuck? You have the opportunity to name us anything you want? Wow. Those are people who take things too seriously. Those are people who are usually like, I'm gonna go in my own lane. Coach, dad, mitt under pillow, just how it works. Did your dad coach you in baseball? Did he throw wiffle balls at your face? This is a real question. Did you get trained how to not dodge a ball with wiffle balls? Because, like, I wasn't, like, I was a first base / catcher. Like, first base if I had to be, but catcher. And so you have a mask on. You have all this body gear and whatnot, and you've got a giant fucking mitt, and you're set to go, right? And my dad was like, well, if you end up on first base, I need to know you're not going to dodge that ball. So he would literally get wiffle balls, throw them in the air, and bat them at me. But wiffle balls go majorly slow, and they don't really hurt. I mean, they probably can hurt you. They didn't ever hurt us. But that was like the training for, like, don't dodge balls. Was just smacking wiffle balls at us. I didn't dodge balls though, so there's that. My wife hates it to this day. Her dad was always traveling for tournaments. Oh, I mean, that does kind of suck. I understand. Yeah, I get that. I played for my high school baseball team. I played on game. I had jeans on under my pants. I got out before I got to first base. That was the end of the baseball run. It's funnier when I tell it verbally. No, that's funny. No, that's the mental image of you with, like, you're so desperate not to play, you literally refuse to take your jeans off. You're like a never nude. Laundry dryer balls, the wool balls. My dad's biggest pet peeve was that he hated softball, which I completely understand. Like, my dad was very much of the opinion, and I agree with him. He was like, why the fuck do you girls have to play with this? Like, once my brothers were grown and he started doing softball with the younger girls, he would be just so mad about it. He taught us with baseballs. He was like, if you can catch a baseball, you can catch a softball. But then if we were throwing, we had to throw softballs because they are massively heavier and a way different ball game to throw. No pun intended. But my dad would get so mad about it. He hated the sexism of sports, which I agree with. The coach I had was my history teacher. Oh my God, my coach was my history teacher too. He was my history teacher, my PE teacher, my current world studies teacher, and the softball coach. And I think he was the football coach. He's actually in the Hall of Fame of coaches, which is hilarious because he used to give us tins of Skull to go pick rocks off the field. Like a dip. Memories. We were a great team though. We took state every year. It was cool. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a dodgeball. Seriously, if my dad could have, he might have done something like that. Like if that was appropriate and wouldn't kill us. Instead, he stuck with wiffle balls, but he would have. Like he definitely, and I mean, I think all of my siblings were fairly good at sports. Like none of us were sports stars. Maybe my older brother, Nick. He was pretty phenomenal at football. He liked it though. I don't think the rest of us liked sports. We just did it because we didn't know how else to get our parents' attention. I'm not looking for pity. It's just, we reflect here. My dad liked to point out everything I did wrong. Oh, wait, that was just me? No, that was definitely not just you, sugar. My dad would point it out from the stands during a game. Larson! What do we talk about? What do we talk about? Hand off your leg! Hand off your leg! Hand off your... This girl, I can't... Hand off your leg! Oh, yeah. Been there. Yep. I don't know. Because to this day, I couldn't tell you what I do well. I laugh because the alternative's crying. To this day, as a 49-year-old woman, I can't tell you what I do well, but I can tell you everything I do really unwell. What the fuck? I can't tell you what I like, but I can tell you what is advantageous. It's not okay. We laugh. We have nothing else to do. My wood shop was my PE teacher for a while, too. Oh, that's kind of cool, though. Our teachers floated around a lot. We just had such a small school. You had a small school, too, didn't you, VR? Coach Ed was the worst. Softball, bowling, tennis, you name it. Coached it. Golf. Basketball. Mm-hmm. You ever seen 16-inch softball? I remember being really popular in Chicago, but I didn't know if it was popular. No. That sounds like a sex thing. That sounds like an Urban Dictionary. Is that when you thumb your own balls in your butthole and poop them out? Is that the 16-inch softball? But Crispy, what is popular in the States, we must take into consideration. Katie's town of 1,500 people probably still doesn't have to this day. So just because my town didn't hear of it doesn't mean it wasn't everywhere else. We were lucky to have a co-ed soccer team. Like, that could literally do nothing. We couldn't even play against people. We just had a co-ed soccer team because people wanted to play soccer. We were very lucky. Like, it's too small. There's literally not enough kids. Like, when we did drama, we had theater. I did theater all through. You guys know that I'm a fucking drama kid. Of course I am. when we did theater, we actually, what we would do, and this is terrible, we would not pay the royalties for the script, and then we would chop the script down so fucking bare bones that it didn't even resemble the original script anymore, simply because we never had enough people to fill out a cast. We did The Crucible, my dudes. I directed The Crucible. Which to this day, I mean, again, small school. So like when you direct, you had to play in a part as well. Usually you took a small part with very little lines just so you were directing at the same time. Can I tell you the worst casting of my entire life? I have been cast as a million things in my life. I've been cast as boys, girls, gremlins, dwarves. I've been cast as a dwarf. I'm gonna let you guess who they cast me as in The Crucible. Worst, and I'm so cognizant of how wrong it is. As an adult, as a kid, I was just like, okay. Tituba, the Black Caribbean slave. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. No, such a small school. Like, we didn't hear, like, I remember when, like, Evanescence and Linkin Park got really big. My town did not even hear of their existence until their new album was being announced. Like, Hybrid Theory had already been out for a while, and they were announcing a new album, and my town literally got it as the next album was coming out. That's because we're so fucking out of touch, we don't even get radio stations. Like, there are none because we're too far from Spokane. It's very bizarre. It's a weird place to live. But yeah, Tituba. No, I did not blackface or anything. It wasn't that bad. But still, like, really? Really? That's... I think back on that, like, I'm so glad that I'm a smarter person now, because now I'd have been like, are you a fucking moron? That's not it. 72 kids, there you go. Yep, stupid same. Like, the teachers just float around and teach what they can when they can. Be me, first year of football, coach tells us if we ask to get put in the game, he'll kick us off the team. Dad shows up to the first 4 games and yells at me for not asking to go in. I don't know what to do with that. What did you do? Like, what do you do? School shut down a year or 2 ago, no joke. The last class to graduate, 2. Wow. My school's still there. My town, same numbers, same population. Like, that shit hasn't moved, but it's still there. The fact that you had to say I didn't blackface says a lot about that town. I mean, I don't say this lightly, there are no people of color. Like, I grew up on the Indian reservation, so I was exposed to Native culture and Native people and their school system a lot more. Thank fuck. But in good old K-Fed, there ain't nobody that's pale, that's darker than me. So there's just no concept of who you're offending, which is fucked. It doesn't excuse it by any means. It's just like, that's all I can come up with. I hope they still don't do shit like that. I hope that town has grown up a little bit. I have nieces in that system. I've got a buddy who powerlifts and quotes on very specific part of the movie, the bit with the stones, more weight. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking rough part. It's a yikes, but kind of understandable. It was like, I didn't know any better as a kid. I remember being cast as this part, and I was like, oh, cool, I'm the witch. That was my brain. And then later in life thinking about it, like, wow, what the fuck? But there was nobody to offend and nobody to even tell me that was bad. Like, not that anyone would throw the fault on me like a 16-year-old kid, but I wish there would have been somebody to have been like, hey, there are people of color who would have loved to play this role, you know, blah, etc. Like, maybe it's really, like, let's not. You know? My dad yelled at me all through high school, so I just got used to it. I tell people this all the time as a black man. I know there's a lot of places in the U.S. where there's no black people. There literally isn't. Dude, Verse, have I ever told you the story of the first time I touched a black person? I'm cognizant of it. That's how fucking sheltered I was growing up. Like, I remember the first time I touched a black person's skin. I was 18. It was English 101. She was a partner in my group. and we were just fucking around and we were like writing a paper together or whatever. And I like did like a jokingly like grab her. I'm like, come on, we got to focus. And literally in my brain, I was like, I think that's the first time I've ever touched a black human. What the fuck? I'm 18. That's crazy. I made sure to make it up. I've sucked so much black dick. I made up the difference. It's fine. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that is crazy. Like, there's places like that all over. And I'm, like, you would, if you're from another country, you're probably thinking like, oh, I bet she was in the South. No, I was in the most northeast corner of Washington State you can possibly get without being Canada. Like, way the fuck up there. I was talking about it recently, and the fact that our town was pretty fucking vanilla and makes you realize you're doing some dumb shit is harder to register. When they're, I mean, seriously, Rod, would you not agree that that's the point of adults around us, is to correct our behavior and be like, hey, that's inappropriate? And when there's no adult who even knows it's inappropriate, like, how the fuck does it happen? We have to grow up, and then sometime we're in our 30s, and we're like, oh my God, I was a terrible child. Oh my God. Fuck. Like, but I mean, I try not to feel bad about it because I know you're the same. We had no guidance. We were raised by what would become Trumpers. Like, we had no guidance. We had to grow up and learn that shit on our own, and thank fuck we did. Like, I'm so happy that I grew, like, regardless of that super sheltered childhood, I'm glad I grew up to be a very open-minded, worldly person who wants to embrace the world and be woke, for lack of a better word. Like, I want that in my life. I want nothing else. I don't want to be some ignorant chode. At all. Like, fuck that. My dad knew fuck all about soccer until my sister started to play it. My parents knew nothing about soccer. And that was my favorite. Dude, indoor soccer. Did you ever play indoor? Indoor soccer was the shit. Oh my God. I used to beg to play indoor soccer because it was so much faster. Like, because the ball bounces off the walls. So the ball is never out of play. Like, it just bounces off of this square room like a pickleball field. It's incredible. It was so much fun. Oh my God, crispy. Same. I played outdoor soccer for years, and then my team that played outdoor soccer, the coach was like, hey, do you guys want to do an indoor league when we're out of season? And my whole team was like, yeah, and I still wear Sambas to this day. Indoor was so much fun. Molly, I went through a period of time in my life where I feel like it was like a form of like, I was just hungry. My brother had a black friend. I barely had any interaction with him, but growing up in my town of 20K people, I never met anyone black. Isn't that weird? It's weird to think back on it because now I've moved around and I've lived in, like, you know, big cities that are actually diverse and have human beings in them. For fuck's sake, I moved to Baltimore. I definitely, like, refused that small-mindedness 100%. Like, I want nothing to do with that. I never want my ignorance to be an excuse for shitty behavior. Not that it is, but I never want to be in that place that I try to use my ignorance as an excuse for shitty behavior. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm wording that right. I'm very sober. But I never. Like, that's is why I have the friends I have. I hope they always call me on my shit. I hope they, in a nice way, inform me. Like, this is a learning place. This is class. This is where we learn and grow and be better people. Like, I never want to be in a stagnant fucking echo chamber. I'll say that I was an asshole of a child to a point, but I also realized that a lot of adults around me were very rarely right. Then again, when you're surrounded by addicts, who will do anything for a hit, and a dad who put his issues on you, among other things. You know what, VR? There's actually, I learned about this in a, what was it? A cognitive psychology course that I took in school. There's this, I can't remember the term for it, but it's a personality type. And I'm going to use a cousin of mine as an example because he's a major example of this. So, you know, they say, the quintessential they say, like, you can't help but end up like your parents. Which, to a certain extent, absolutely true. Like, we are, it... Perfect timing, Sugar Star. I fucking appreciate you. They say that, like, because, you know, you're imprinted on by your parents how to eat, how to sit, how to walk. Like, you literally learn basic human functions from the adult human variations of you around you. We can't help it. That's survival, right? But there is this human trait that some children are able to possess that allows them to reject what their parents are trying to imprint on them. And it's actually a thing. It's pretty rare. Like, you genuinely, like, there's statistics. Like, if your parents do drugs, you're more than likely to end up an addict, because that kind of thing can be genetic, familiarity, et cetera, right? But there's this weird phenomena where some kids actually can see, like, can make decisions for themselves and be like, no, that's not it, when they're really young. The example I'm going to use is my cousin, because my cousin invented the CAT scan. Just to give you the ending of this crazy story, but his mother was my Nana's aunt, raised in an Irish Catholic orphanage, beat to death by nuns, very fucked up woman, raging alcoholic. She had 7 kids, and I want to say like 2 at a time were each by a different priest in the general area. Like, that's the kind of, bless her heart, that's the kind of woman this was. And she fell asleep with a cigarette in her hand and burned her house down, killed all her kids except 2 who were at school. One of them is my cousin who invented the motherfucking CAT scan. But when I look at him and I'm in the presence of this human, I'm just like, you went beyond your circumstances you were raised in. Because, like, their house was like a hoarder home, for instance. Instead of cleaning laundry, the mom would just get the dads to buy new laundry all the time. So half the houses were just full of piles of dirty clothes that people didn't live in, because that's all she did. She would just get new clothes constantly for the kids instead of clean anything. The kids were very dirty. But he, like, somehow moved beyond his mom, like, falling asleep with a cigarette and torching their house and all of his siblings, and went on to, like, go to college, actually got failed out of college, Western Washington University, and then went on to invent the CAT scan in his garage. And it's like, I don't know how someone walks away from any of the life he had as a kid and just ends up as well as he's doing right now. He's doing, I mean, from the outside, he looks to be doing pretty well. It's just very bizarre when that happens, because it's like, you can't fault a kid, because it's really, you can't help it. Like, they're going to end up, the kids, you guys know, there's a lot of parents in chat right now. Like, how many times have your kid mimicked you when you did not want your kid to mimic you? We can't help it. We're just imprinted to that. Like, that's basic survival, right? Like, theoretically, your parents have made it to this age, so whatever they teach you will get you to that age as well, theoretically. I'm happy with the fact that my hometown had an influx of Somali refugees. When I was in high school, there was definitely some redneckish pushback, but I feel like it made me think about other cultures and really made me more accepting of others at a formative age. You're very fortunate to have something like that. That's fucking awesome. Speaking of cousins and my dad, one fucked up thing he did was compare me to a mentally challenged cousin constantly. What the fuck? It was done to insult me and your cousin. My God. My cousin couldn't tell what day it was, but somehow I was lower than... I don't know if that's more mean to you or your poor cousin who was born disabled. Like, what the fuck? I kind of want to punch your dad in the throat. Is he alive? Can I do that? I could say I was trying to trach him. What up, Slurmy? I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Good morning. Both, yeah. Damn it! Ugh, dead dads, they're everywhere. What a thing to say out loud. What a douche. He just sounds like a fucking asshole. Like, my God. People. I've told you about that weird phenomena, right? I mean, I swear to God, I haven't done this on purpose. But as a kid, not having a dad, I had this fantasy that someday I'm going to meet someone who has a full family, and they're going to adopt me and they'll love me and I'll be theirs, and I'll have I'll have a real family that's not broken to bits and fucking tumultuous. And every single man that I've been in a long-term relationship either has a dead dad or a non-existent dad since day one. Like, I have never gotten to fucking butter up a potential father-in-law in my fucking life. And it drives me crazy. Like, you're all dead or fake news. I don't understand. Do better. It's so annoying. What up, Vinny? Good morning, love. We mimic our folks. I've been fighting cigarette addiction going on for 15 years now. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for letting me live in a smoky den in my youth. You can't help it. It's truly, we're all fighting it constantly. I hear my mom's voice in me all the time. Constantly. Like, it's just there. I sound just like, the tonality of my voice is my mother. I sound just like her. Mine told me I couldn't be with a veterinarian because I wasn't good at science or math. What a nice thing to say to a child. I can laugh now. We are laughing. Ha 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 ha. Fucking what? Slurmy, you can laugh. You need to laugh. It's okay. I learned, I mean, you know what's funny? I have to tell you guys this because it was a funny conversation Zeke and I were having last night laying in bed. I can't remember what we were watching, but somehow we got on the topic of like, I said something along the lines of like, I wish there was more female comics out there that I jived with because I feel like they're either just like so bitter that I don't understand or they're amazing, like Taylor Tomlinson. And Zeke was like, I mean, I don't mean to say this in an offensive way, but like, female comics tend to be like really mean spirited. And he just like looked at me. And that was it. that was it. I don't know if he's trying to tell me I'm funny or not. I'm so fortunate to have an awesome dad. You are a rare creature. It's really crazy. And I mean, I don't know what happened. Good dads are rare. I might have had the last one. Looks like you and Super Bappa. You're up there. Crispy's dad I think is pretty cool. Non-existent dad here. My mom felt bad all my life he wasn't around, but I recently told her I didn't miss out at all. My grandma was there in place of him, probably for the best he wasn't around. I've tried to say the same thing to my mom because my mom will make comments like that, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it's like to have one, therefore I can't miss one. If that makes sense. Like, I didn't really feel lacking because I had a step down around, but like, Viata, I'm not kidding. My first thought was if Viata was here, she'd slap you. You can't miss something you didn't have, right? That was like, I was 7 when my dad died. But, which is technically, like, it's really weird. I have some very, very faded memories of him, but like, I don't know what his voice sounded like. I have no recollection of my dad's voice whatsoever. I think it was young enough to where it really just didn't, and he was a raging alcoholic before he died, so it's not like he was a present father at all for the years I was alive whatsoever. He was quite literally just a sperm donor. I fake cried at his funeral. Mean-spirited who? I am so nice-spirited. Peaches and motherfucking cream. Cheers. Short! Sarah, I love you. Go forth and please be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexy than pure sober consent. Or dad ass. I love you, and I hope you're doing well, honey bean. Mine head under the facade of nice guy. Oh, I hate that for you. That's almost worse, because everybody else is like, oh, but he's the nicest guy. My dad made sure both me and my brother had solid life skills and is amazing with his grandkids. He's a talker too, and he'll just sit there and grandpa story you for as long as you'll listen. Man, I wish I would have been older with my grandparents so I could have taken advantage of grandpa story time. Because my parents, the most interesting things they would not talk about. We were just talking about this last night because we watched Saving Private Ryan last night in movie night. Oh, I forgot. That movie is so emotional to watch. My grandpa was in the war. He would not talk about that at all. Other than he would tell you about one thing, which you'll love. Did you know that merchant marines were not considered vets until the 80s, early 90s, like 1980s, 1990s? So if you served as a merchant marine in World War II, you were not considered a veteran of the United States of America. You were given nothing. You were literally discharged into the world with everything you had on your back. That was it. And my grandfather and his brother were both merchant marines. And his brother actually lost half a lung got shot through the chest. The entire lung just chunked out his back. And my grandpa was injured in some other way that I can't remember. And it was like sometime in the 80s when the government was like, oh, maybe we should look at all these veterans who aren't considered veterans and consider them veterans. My grandpa never, ever claimed on any of it. He literally, I think he sent a letter that was basically the verbal equivalent of a middle finger when they finally offered vet status 40 years later. He was bitter, a bitter, bitter man. But I mean, rightfully so, in my opinion. I think part of the issue with my dad was his dad was a shitlord to him as a kid. He was that woman being in the kitchen, no talking at the table type. So because of that, the shit rolled downhill. And my grandmother basically explained my grandfather's abuse. It's weird because at least in my experience, most people move forward and try to be different from their parents because it made them sad. In some ways we can't help it. But for instance, my mom, not that it was any better, she pulled our hair, but she didn't believe in spanking because she was spanked and it didn't teach her anything. She will tell you that. She's like, I just feared my parents. It didn't teach me not to do bad things. It made me sneaky. So she didn't spank us. She pulled our hair instead. Not necessarily the best thing, but just as an example, generational trauma 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's tear bad. Mm-hmm. It was crazy, Vinny. No shit, my uncle lost half his lung. And no vet status at all because they were on merchant ships delivering the guns that were being shot down. I mean, tell me a better, if I was playing Battleship with you and you told me that there was a merchant ship coming to deliver supplies, I would bomb that merchant ship. War is terrible. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's stupid. The government's stupid. I'm sure the only reason they gave them vet status is enough people complained. And we're like, are you fucking kidding us? How are we not vets? Enough people complained. That's probably it. There's no kindness of their heart or anything like that. Exactly. And I'm sad that mentality happens. That's what it sounds like, is I went through this so other people should suffer too. It's the same thing that was happening with student loans shit when Biden was trying to forgive student loans. The people voting against it, well, I had to pay mine off, so you should too. Yeah, let's start generational poverty. That's a good idea. I loved coming out of college with my degree with $130-something thousand in loans. That felt good. I felt like I had a great start to my life. Just hit the road running, let me fucking tell you. Mean-spirited my dick! I'm fine. Bastards. I always say World War II traumatized that generation so bad, and they went back to the real world and raised children before they were healed. 100%. Oh, God, Rod. I think there's actually studies done on that. Very much so, because there was just no form of helping people become part of this world anymore. I don't want to say the normal world, because when you're in the military and you're overseas, that's normal. But coming back to mundane life, there was nothing to help. Paying your dues bullshit is bullshit. That's hazing. That's hazing. You're just hazing people to be part of your shitty fraternity of no debt? Fuck off. So our parents were those kids and they were never treated how they should, and here we are. Yeah. No, I would 100% see that. I think that's generational trauma, right? I wonder if it had to do with civil rights. We had to admit women in POC were soldiers and deserved things, so maybe we'll give it to the Merchant Marines. Maybe. I don't know. He didn't tell. He would talk so little about it. Basically, he hated the U.S. government. My grandpa would have not paid taxes if he could. He was a fucking bit. But you guys, I've told you this before, they were escaping Jews and came to this country with nothing, literally lived in a shack with a dirt floor with their mom, my uncle and my grandpa. He was bitter for many, many different reasons, but that was a big, major reason. Was just the absolute fuckery. Because half the reason people joined the military was oh, we'll take care of you and we'll take care of your family. And he was like, oh, good, my mom doesn't have to have a dirt floor anymore. Wah, wah, wah. Is mean-spirited laughing at children falling but helping them up versus pushing a child to laugh at them falling? I hope so, because I'm option one. I will be laughing as I help you get up, but I will be laughing because it's funny. And if I fall down and you don't laugh, I feel worse. I need you to laugh at me. I need you to find the hilarity in what just happened. Otherwise, I can't. And now I'm, you know, yeah. My grandfather never talked about his service either, was deployed. Yeah, my grandfather would not talk about any of the time overseas. None of it. Like, the only reason we knew about my uncle's lung is he was only had, 1.5 lungs or whatever, 1.25 lung lobes. And he still smoked cigarettes, so my mom would bitch about it all the time. She hated that he did that. That's the only reason we knew about that. He wouldn't talk about that. And my grandma would not really talk about the orphanage. She hated the nuns. And had I don't know how to say that. Like, you just knew that it was a bad time, but she never spoke on the details of it. And I wish as an adult I still had her around to be like, Nana, give me those fucking details. I need them. You have to stop being so vague, please. What happened? But it was horrid. To the point where she wouldn't go around nuns. I'd laugh after I knew you were okay. I can't help it. It's terrible. It's an instinct. I cackle. But I'll be helping you at the same time. It's not like I'm cackling and watching. I'm like, oh my God, as I'm carrying you to the ER, you know what I'm saying? I won't talk about my 4 deployments except with people there with me and trusted therapists I'm working with. Completely understandable. I think you have that right. Everybody has that right to privacy. All the things I learned about my dad's time in the Marines, I learned by overhearing him talking to the American Legion buddies. I think I learned some shit by my grandpa talking to buddies. I don't know. I was so young. Like, they were probably part of some Legion. I have no idea. But they'd always show up with they had tons of pins. And they'd have some sort of hat on. Like, they'd be dressed normal, but their little, that little, hat. And it would have pins on it. Like, that's just how they dress all the time. And they'd have a vest with their pins and their medals and stuff. And I remember my grandparents' house was the type where people would just show up randomly in the middle of the day. They'd come around the back door, come sit at the table, drink coffee and bullshit. And it was always those guys. But I don't know I was too young. The piss cutter hat, that. Yep. They just wear it. Like, they're just proud. Which I completely, but my grandpa did not. That being said, I have it somewhere. I have to show it to you guys. Oh, it's at my mom's house. When my grandpa passed, we found a, military cap. I don't even know how to explain it because I don't know the words, but it's, the army green color. It's, the cap with the circle thing and the little black brim. The plastic brim, and it's got an emblem right here, and it's the fucking Russian emblem. It's, a big red sigil with the and the You know what I'm saying? And it's got we've Google imaged it and put it on Reddit and shit. It's legit. It has numbers on the inside and a tag of who it belonged to, and I have no fucking idea. Did my grandpa take that off a body? Where did that come from? There's a stain on it. The hammer and the sickle, yeah. Oh yeah, I have a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to find it. We found that deep in his closet after he died. And it's so, my uncle died first, so we have no fucking idea where it came from or why he had it. But it's very legit. It's got these numbers printed on the inside and this leather tag that has all the Russian info on it. It's very weird. You guys want to see a dead body? He wouldn't talk about it with anyone who hadn't been there. I kind of respect that. I kind of understand. On a lighter note, I just remembered that the half joint I just cheers with was the rest of the infused joint I lit with you fucking space cadets last night. How you feeling? Are we astronauts today? That's the face. Yep. I wish that face wasn't so accurate, but it's so fucking accurate. Yes, sir. I feel you. Hello. Foulhorn, motherfucker! Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving a Native Swings for 10 weeks. 10 years! Holy shit! I appreciate you. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent. Thank you. Hi, Bubba. Why do you gotta lick the lotion off my boob every day? It's weird. I know you don't know what a boob is, but it's weird for me. Oh, it is such a good boy. Viata, I looked at the clock when I felt him on my leg. I'm like, how? How do you know? Although sometimes I feel like you're pushing it a little early. You push it a little early, my son. That, and they've been very spoiled. Not only did I not stream the last 2 days, but I laid in bed literally all fucking day. So we snuggled 12 hours a day, all day. They were in heaven. Don't say weak. I didn't, what? Twitch will get it. Oh, God. Don't. Yeah, let's not even bring that. Nope. What? Who? No. Did you know that echidnas produce milk without nipples? There, I changed the subject. Discuss. He just the sweetest baby in the whole world. You know, if I dyed my hair blue right now, those emotes would be perfect. My hair's literally that grown out. If I just chunked some blue dye on this, I'd match my emote again. I've been thinking about it, but once I do it, I can't go back. Not that I want to go back. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Echidna's stomachs just sweat milk. Imagine if your baby just had to, like, lap at your stomach. Because when you sweated, it was milk. Echidnas. Crazy. Also, because apparently Alk in her chat didn't know, but turtles can breathe through their butts. Oh my god, is that why the kappa is a turtle? Is a butt sucking turtle? Have we come full circle, Glenn? We might have. Yeah, Dad's awake. I'm not interesting anymore. I learned recently that a kappa is a butt-sucking demon from Japan that has a lily pad on its head. It kind of looks like a turtle/frog. And it literally either shoves both arms up your asshole to drag your liver out, or it sucks it out your butt with its mouth. Real. Didn't make it up. Like someone else made that up. Well, theoretically. Kappa. So every time you use a kappa, think about it. I know. Butt-chugging demons. I still wonder where they get the milk from the almonds. Haven't you ever seen The Last Unicorn? Trees have large, luscious breasts. I learned that young. Dude, Japan has some fucking cool demons and monsters. Like, they are so creative. In my opinion, some of the most creative people when it comes to that stuff. Or they just have cool monsters that are real. I'm not saying they're not real. But if they're created, like, wow. The butt-chugging frog turtle demon with a lily pad on its head that actually has a cup of water inside its head so it can't tilt its head to the side, otherwise that cup of water will spill out, but it still manages to suck your liver out your asshole. Like, what? And if you wake up while its arms are up your asshole trying to get your liver, it just sacrifices its arms to your asshole. So you'll wake up kind of swollen and distended and not feeling very good. It's because you have kappa arms in your butthole. Allegedly. This is what happens when Katie ends up sick in bed. I get chronically online and I start watching the strangest shit, and that was it. Kappas, which I'm sure I just, we have the kappa emote, so of course my brain was like, what? Is that where? How? Oh, so reasonable. The way you avoid the kappa, or the way that you, like, don't get the kappa to chug your butt, is you, like, leave a cucumber or a pickle outside for it. And if it finds the pickle, it won't suck your liver out your butt. I forgot about that part. It's actually been in a couple games. I can't remember, like, big video games. They've incorporated a kappa here and there. They don't quite explain this butt-sucking lore of it, but it's there. Yeah. Sugar, I still have it. Can you hear it? Yeah, my sinuses are fucked up. I had to take Sunday off. It sucked. Yeah, it's a pickle you sacrifice. Nio had them as loot goblins. There you go. There's a more recent one where it's like a see-through water creature or something. They showed a clip of it in the pod. Yes, ma'am. Come. I know. It's because Kappa's so ingrained in our Twitch culture that like Kappa just stuck out to me so hard. I'm like, wait, Kappa? And it's spelt Kappa. It's not even spelt weird. Straight up Kappa. I wonder if you're supposed to plug your butt. The little girl in the cracks in the walls that plays hide and seek, she kills you if you see her for the 3rd time in your life. Is that literally a Japanese demon? And I hate it. I hate that. Is that like The Grudge? That? Same, sugar. Dude, I mean, COVID didn't hurt as bad. The Kappa Demon's a very notorious Dark Souls boss as well. There you go. He's been in games, but I don't think they really talk about the butt-chugging nature of him, which is unfortunate because fun facts. Oh, yeah, I can't show gore. And you know what's what, in my opinion, I think is stupid? Birth is gore. I can't show birth. You can't. That's actually... like, even for educational purposes. Not that I want to, but you know what I'm saying. Hello, Miss Ma'am. Gray area, 100%. I mean, me personally, I think it's a gray area. It's just... Twitch. I think the creativity for Japanese folklore is pretty on par when you think about how they treated their prisoners of war. War is never good. No one's good. No one treats people well. Do you need to go potty? No, don't scratch my chest. My woman. I'm gonna chew your nails off for you. You're such a doober. Found this one with a quick search. The Akagami or Aogami, red and blue paper spirit. They corner you while you're on the crapper and out of the toilet paper offer red or blue teepee and either flay or strangle you to death. What? Why would anyone invent that? Sort of, but you only see her eyes because it's only a small crack in the wall. They say something like, you found me, new round, and the 3rd time is like, my turn. Oh, I fucking hate that. I hate that. Nope. Don't have cracks in my walls. And if I did, I'd patch that shit. If you stole water, they would stuff a garden hose down you and pump you till you almost burst, then jump on you. That's crazy. More weight. That's like the Crucible. We came full circle again. What happened? They've actually had, I think it's because of the shitty weather. They've had so much this the past couple days, but it's because they can't, it's so muddy outside, they don't want to play in it. So she's actually had some oomph in her. But it's, you know, it's going to be about 5 minutes and then she's done. Get him. I know. Like last night, they battled in here during movie night for like 20 minutes. Dude, Trick has such hops, it's crazy. High ground. You gonna get her? Oh. I'm not base. I'm not base. No. Go get her. You get her. This is not base. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did she get you? Did she get you, Bubba? Right in the mouth. Thank you. Okay. Sanctuary. I'm in safety. You can't do it. You can't touch me if Mom's here. And Bill just sits behind him like a fucking statue. Let's go. Oh. Okay. I guess first break of the day as dictated. I'm assuming this is like their poop time or something. They're just scheduled shitters. Load a bowl. I've got to look at that. She looks so pristine. We need to take some hits when I get back. Load a bowl. Cheers. Do what you need to do. Wash your hands. Pee after sex. And self-loving. I'll be right back. My audio is weird. It's back, right? Yeah, it's back. Not today, motherfucker. Welcome back. Sorry, my Go XLR was being weird. She might have been jiggled. Just jizzle it. Okay. Welcome back. That was weird. The most famous story of the MAME... Or there's something in my eye right now. Okay. Mame Dinuki involves a 17th century poet named Roseanne who met a stranger on a trip and was invited to spend the night at their house. When he accidentally dropped tobacco ash on the floor and the walls suddenly squeaked and disappeared. It turned out that the nice stranger was the Mame Dinuki, and his house was actually his meticulously sculpted rubbery nut sack. Huh. Why? What? Is it a lesson? Eyelashes are a pain. Mine are so fucking long. Why? Is it the story of like a sperm's journey? Is it a lesson in don't ash, otherwise you are a nut sack? I don't know where the other one is, but that one's being cute. Like, right? Like most of the time there's some sort of moral, right? Or something. What? Same with the Kappa. Like, what's the moral? Leave a pickle outside or get your butt sucked? I just don't know. I know, they're so fucking cute, I die. Usually the other one's right there, and he's just so dark you can't see him. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, but they suck out your liver. And like, you know, theoretically we need it. I think the moral is demons like fucking with you. All right. I thought maybe there'd be like a moral or something, you know, like you shouldn't knock your ash on people's floors. Like, that's rude. But like, why am I now in a gigantic nutsack? It's the consequences that I'm baffled by. I don't know. But, you know, I guess, like, the Jersey Devil doesn't really have a lesson there. It's just like, maybe don't do drugs out in the Pine Barrens. Other than that, I don't know. Sure. Or the lesson that having your butt eaten, but yeah, but it's a gamble. Sometimes it uses its arms and just shoves two giant arms up your asshole to rip out your liver. Like, what if you're the one that doesn't get your butt sucked? You just get, you know? I don't know. This could still be fun. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, it's a Tuesday, my dudes, and I don't think there's a girls thing because some of the girls aren't feeling too well, and Elle literally just got married, and so she's probably busy. They're doing things. So we're just going to continue on the midnight walk, which is really good. I'm just pissed because we had to restart a chapter, so like we're replaying a lot of the game right now, and it kind of sucks because it got soft locked. Oh my god, Rod, by the way. My dog was burying a bone in the couch. And I found some other things in there I think he might have stolen. Because these aren't mine. You didn't forget them. I think Trick hid them in the couch. They were between two big cushions with one of his bones. Like here. So, oh God. Laying around all day fucks my back up. Anyways, at least. I don't know if it does that to other people. Man. My back. My neck. They tell me monsters under the bed will eat anything that's hanging off the bed, which is why I sleep with my bare ass hanging off the edge of the bed at night. You should just be like me and put your box spring on the floor. And then nothing's under the bed and you don't have to worry about it. He lost his keys while he was here too. Thankfully, he has an Apple tag on his keys. I just realized I didn't fill my water. Give me 1 second. Anywho, one of my coworkers has an Apple tag on his badge. That's smart. I don't know if they existed or not. If Apple tags existed or not, but I would have put one on my badge because like my badge for work. You lose that, you're useless. It's how you get through every fucking door anywhere. Any unit, you have to scan your badge on a little badge reader and then the doors unlock. I never did, thank fuck, but I had a couple friends who actually forgot their badges one night and they had to borrow someone else's badge to get through doors. It was terrible. Like, they were borderline, like, useless, you know, like, I couldn't ask them for help or to do anything because they couldn't get anywhere. Like, you can't even get into med rooms without the badge. I still have my badge. You want to see it? That was my second job I ever got. My, do I have any of my other badges on here? Nope, but I have all my licenses. But yeah, this has been so many weird places. I think there's blood on it still. Adorable. Adorable. But I still carry it everywhere I go because you just never know if there's going to be an emergency. That's our little rad tag. Did I ever tell you guys about those? They made us wear these, and then we'd turn them in once a month, and that's how they measured how much radiation we're actually being exposed to in the hospital. They never collected it. Because that makes sense to do that. Mine has ventilator settings and what color your mucus means. What up, hemophiliac? How are you, love? People were like, how'd you get an orange badge? Leave it on the dash for like 6 to 7 years? Yeah. Yeah. Or just like you had it forever. See, we didn't have codes. Like that hospital I worked at, we had codes to get in and out of doors. So if you forgot your badge, it wasn't like the end of the world. Still is not very professional. You still want to wear a badge all the time so people know who you are and what you're doing. But you could use codes to get into the med rooms, thank fuck. Whereas like Hopkins, oh God, it's just badge scan. Everywhere you go, you end up scanning your badge onto a million different things. And it's very annoying if you don't have your badge. Like I would feel useless. I feel like I wouldn't be able to go anywhere. I always wondered why they always have you keep your year 1 picture for the badge. I know, right? Isn't that, look at my hair. I don't know if you can, it's just a different person in that picture. But they never, probably because it takes effort and time to have some, I mean, I can go get a passport picture that's more up to date than this shit. Like, I've got long ass brown hair. It just, yeah, but they make you keep the same one forever. Yes, you could have been exposed to normal amounts or insane amounts of radiation, but don't know because they didn't check. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, it's like a constant thing they're checking with RTs and stuff like that, because a lot of the times we have to stay in the room with a patient while they get scans of different sorts. So for instance, if you get an MRI and you're on a ventilator, we actually have an MRI, a ventilator that's a travel ventilator. We put it in like the room that's not with the MRI machine, and then we have a hole in the wall and we can feed tubing into the MRI room while the MRI is happening so you can be in there. But if it's like a CT scan or something like that, I just bag you and I put like one of those big lead aprons on and I just stand there and bag you the entire time they're doing scans. Like, we're in it all the time. Like, God knows. It's probably a good thing I didn't want kids because they'd probably come out with like many eyes or something glowing. I have no idea. No idea what I'm exposed to. Because it's like a false sense of safety, right? They're like, oh yeah, we're going to give you these little thingies on your badge and it'll measure how much radiation you've been exposed to, et cetera, et cetera. And you're like, oh good, they care. And then you forget and they forget and no one collects it. I have no idea. None. I was a radar repairer. That's radar repairer, radar repairer, radar repairer, radar repairer, radar repairer, radar repair. Say that 10 times fast. And the side lobes of the radar are microwaves. So yeah, they just assumed I was constantly nuking myself and didn't even bother monitoring us. That's nice. Good. I really love that for you. What? I mean, like emergency codes, like code orange means, oh, yeah. Have you ever been thrown with a code that you didn't know? I always feared that because, like, there's the general codes like pink, exactly. Pink, orange, silver means there's a firearm or a weapon on the premises, etc. But there's some codes that just never happen, and I always feared, like, would those just happen and then I don't know what's happening? And they should have it read, the radiation, whenever you use it to open a door. That badge doesn't scan me in to the doors. They give you, like, your badge has a little reader on it, and that's what gets you in. That thing doesn't do anything. I don't even know what it does. Exactly, that's what it felt like. Our insurance requires that you wear this to measure radiation. They don't require us to actually check or test them, but you require you to wear it by law. Yes. Yeah, this little guy. So normally what would get you in and out would be like this. This is my Skagit Valley Hospital ID. This badge has like whatever it is that I could just do. Like, it's a stretchy and I just slam, like, oftentimes I just bump my fucking whole body into a wall and hope for the best. That's what's opening the doors. This little guy, I couldn't even tell you what it's just like this weird, I guess, radiation. Should I open it? I'm not going to do that. It's just like this weird little thing that we had to keep on. RDC. Katie Classy. And that's all it says. PK, 9 of 16. They never collected them, so I have no idea. I don't remember a single radar repair. God, why does that hurt my brain? Okay, that's what we're doing. I forgot to retry Epic because sick, but I'm gonna retry that this week so we can get that fucking DLC while the Remedyverse is still in my head. But for now, we're just gonna do Midnight Walk. And I was thinking about this is probably good anyways because I don't have to talk. Like I will, but like there's no like reading. Is it Midnight Walk? The Midnight Walk, that's what it is, yeah. And if you don't remember, I do, because it's burned into my skull what I need to do first. But basically, we got soft locked in the game, which sucked. And Glut went and looked it up. And we had to restart the entire chapter. Which was so much more than we thought it was going to be. Holy fuck. The chapters, hours of gameplay we went back on, which sucked. So we're like trying to get to that point. But I remember what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go to the kid in the barrel first, pick up the barrel and bring him wherever. Yeah, the chapter is massive. Like, I can't believe we went back. We basically went back to a tutorial. Hemo. It's been a couple of weeks. I think universally most people are thinking just fuck this month. It's been a very emotionally tumultuous month for a lot of my loved ones, and it sucks. Code Green, eloped patient. Yeah, like elopement is like secretly getting married. What does that mean, eloped patient? The Alan Wake DLC. We finished Midnight, South of Midnight. Think fuck. We finished South of Midnight. Now we're playing a game called The Midnight Walk. Totally didn't mean for that to happen, but they're both like really claymation-y, cool, like dark Tim Burton-esque kind of universes that are awesome. The Alan Wake DLC, like I just haven't been able to. The Epic Store acts like I already own it and won't let me purchase the DLC, and so I uninstalled Epic. I just forgot to reinstall it. I had sick brain. What up, Carnage? How are you? Elopation means they've escaped, left without consent. Okay, I was wondering if it was like if someone takes you. Yeah, because like you can discharge yourself at any point in the hospital. As far as I know, if you discharge yourself against doctor's orders, the insurance won't cover your stay at all. But I guess that's like if you don't even tell someone you're discharging, you're just like, peace, and just like leave. Yeah, because a code pink is a kid. That's anyone under 13, right? Missing, if I remember correctly. It's been some years. Like the meds kick in and you get high and wander off, like a missing patient, essentially. Oh, I've never had that. I've never had a missing patient. I don't know what I would do. I've had like a moment. I take that back. I mean, no, I've never had a missing patient. I have had some moments where I think my patient is missing and I have a minor heart attack and it's because someone discharged them and didn't tell me. So like I come in at 7:00 at night, I get report, say I have 21 patients, but room 20 is empty. But the respiratory therapist I just got report from is like, this is Mr. Green. He's blah, 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 blah. He's blah, 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 blah. He's this. These are his settings. This is what we're doing. These are the treatments he's on, da, 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 da. And then I go to that room and there's no patient. I have really had a minor heart attack when that happens. But it's because literally while we were giving a report, they got discharged. So I didn't actually lose someone, but I sure thought I did. And oh my God. Not that it's like, it's everybody's responsibility, but like still a fear. You don't want someone wandering around who's like injured or something, or God forbid they pulled out IVs or fuck. I don't even know. You don't want any of that happening. Oh my God, Scott, did you hear about the sandwich? We thanked you for that monstrosity. I don't know if you were there. I think it's one of the worst things literally, and I've eaten a lot of shit. That's one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth, ever in my whole life. Texturally, flavor-wise, everything. Oh my God. If I've ever done anything miserable for charity, that's it. I'd rather eat crickets. That was crazy. I've never actually like horfed from food I just didn't like before, and my body almost horfed. I had to run away from screen. I genuinely had to be like, I'm so sorry, and just sprint and spit. I didn't horf, by the way, but I was close. Oh my God. I was so close. When I was a kid, I was left in the hospital for almost 3 days. I went to reception and said, call my parents or I'm leaving myself by myself now. That memory returned now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's pretty fucked up. Like there, in my opinion, most of these things that we do for charity that are food items have no hope. It's a very pleasant surprise if they end up edible like that pizza did. But I am not disillusioned that anything's going to be great. Like, no one's picking the best ingredients in the world and actually, like, you know. I know, and you guys swallowed so much more. Balut is, like, theoretically gross because there's feathers and bones and stuff, but at the end of the day, isn't it just a hard-boiled egg with chicken? I wouldn't eat I don't want to, but I would. That doesn't, like, you know, conceptually, it's not that bad. This sandwich just had so much salt and so much squish that, like, in a couple chews, it just turned into a weird paste in your mouth that was just so fishy and so rank and so bad that I tried to swallow it and my body literally went bloop and I was like, ah, and ran. Horrid, man. And it probably didn't help that I literally, like, chewed 2 sardines for $50 a piece for charity beforehand. Thank you for those, by the way. You're amazing. But literally probably didn't help that my stomach was already like, why are we doing this? This is very salty and mushy. No, Ska, life comes first. I just wanted to let you know and say thank you for helping Crispy try to make something edible for us. Crispy keeps self-flagellating and saying he's sorry for something when, like, he didn't put one of those ingredients on there and all he had was good intentions. And I can't stop Crispy from self-flagellating. Like, there was no hope. Catherine's been around for ages. That one's classic. I've got all the Darksiders. Dawn of Man, whatever the fuck that is. Daydream. Prologue. That one's supposed to be really good, but I don't think it's fully out yet. Daisy Experimental. Oh my god, I used to play so much Daisy. But I know I've played that. Like, why? I don't know. Death Ray Manta, Death Coming, Death Garden Blood Harvest, Detention, Juice X, Doomblade, Doronko Wanko. Oh my god, isn't this just adorable dogs? Yeah, it's just like an adorable puppy dog running around making a mess. Some of these I picked up because they were like 99 cents and they just looked adorable. But that's just a small example of so many games I need to delve into. I find I don't have the energy and then I just never do it, but I need to because there's so many good things in here and I'm sick of playing the same shit over and over and over again. That looks nice. I've heard nothing good about Darksiders. Devil Within, what's that? Devil, I don't have that. DEV, nope. DEA. Faria? No. Oh, it looks like a card game. I like card games. They're fun. Evil Within? Evil Within, not Devil Within. All the Fallout games ever, but I've definitely played those, probably just somewhere else. Probably on the Bethesda launcher, to be honest. I've played Far Cry. I've played all those. Probably just somewhere else. I have no idea. Some of these I've definitely played. I am mucho curious why it says that. Flight of the Paladin, no idea. Force of Nature, Garden Story. Don't talk about that. Because we don't talk about brew, no, no, no. Goat Sim, let's not talk. I've definitely played that somewhere. Probably on my fucking iPad or something. Golf with your friends. Gone Home, that looks creepy as fuck. Good Company. Gotham Imposters, whatever the fuck that is. I'm not going to play all of these. Please don't worry yourselves. We're not going to waste our life hours on the vast majority of these. I'm going to have to go through and do some research. I think I own all the Darksider games because they were on sale and you had told me they were worth playing. Yeah, Darksiders 2, Definitive Edition, and Darksiders 3. Dismantle, I've heard, is fun. There's this game, Oblivion. I don't fucking know. Sounds like decent. Something we might want to jump into. I don't know. They're new. Where was I? I've got tons. God's Basement, whatever. I think that's a horror game we just haven't played before, but I think that's been out forever. Hell is Others I tried. Sadly, not fun. Do I own Psychonauts? I've never played it, but I don't know if I own it. Hold on. I don't. I might have it somewhere else, though. I'll have to look on my other shits. I know that's one that I've never played, though. I was actually having fun watching you play the other day. That was Psychonauts, wasn't it? I thought it was. It looked, with the little helmets, it looked really familiar. Hellblade, we played this. Oh, it's VR edition. No, I didn't play that. Hexen. Hexen was a great game. I have no mouth, I must scream. I know I've played that. Iconey Island, no idea. Observation, Imposter Factory. Jackbox Party Pack. We've played the fuck out of that. Dude, Hexen was one of my formative PC games I ever played. Like, those little glowing vials that would just, like, float are so nostalgic to me. I don't know. Those just, like, that game stuck in my head. I played the fuck out of this game, too. I don't know why that says it wasn't played. Journey. This is the one we were just talking about. So if you very much enjoyed the game that we finished today, The Midnight Walk, Journey is gorgeous. Not the same, like, claymation, but the same just, you're on, like, an emotional journey with the music. Not to be punny with the word journey. Fucking fabulous game, but I know I played that somewhere. It's so good. One of those games I didn't want to be over. Like, I would have been cool with that game going on. Kiwis one. Oh, I'm writing this down. This is one I've wanted to play for a while. It's just a nonsensical. It'll probably be like one day, but it looks cute as fuck. I think that was one Glut suggested to me as well. Knights of Pen and Paper. No idea. Raider. No clue. Crystalla. So this is actually a game. The developers sent me a code in my email, and it's like it's an all cat world, and you can choose what kind of cat you are, like a Persian or a Siamese looking cat or whatever. And everybody's Khajiit, and it looks really cool. And they sent me a code for freezies because they were wonderful. So I'm probably gonna try Crystalla, but it looks really cute. Like if you want to just be a cat in a world of cat people. Meow Meows. I already had that on the list, Crystalla, because I have the full version. This is the demo version. It's pretty cute though. Late shift, left alone, no idea. Lego, Harry Potter, no thank you. Lego Star Wars could be fun. I've heard the Lego games are really fun. I've played Lego games, just not those two, obviously. Lollipop Chainsaw, that's one we're definitely gonna play because that looks just like chaotic fun. Lords of the Fallen, no idea. Lost Ember, let's not talk about that one. I don't know why I own these. I think they were gifts. I wish I could. I'm never gonna play them. If I could play them with you guys, that's the only reason I would try them, because we could just laugh together. They're probably fucking funny. Midnight Acres, Mighty Goose, Minion Masters, Misbits, Miscreated. I could go on. Necrosis, more time. I don't know. I think I got a lot of these games in emails and stuff like that. And I always say thank you, but who has all the time? No one. Excuse me. It's my first day not laying in bed all day. You want to come say hi? Come here, Bubba. Come. Moral of the story. KK got some games. She got some games. We have shit to do. Lego Star Wars is probably a kick. I've heard the Lego games are just really fun. In general. I have so many games. I'm trying not... yesterday was my first day not taking a nap. But I'm so sorry. I might need one. Still getting better. We're getting there. It's a slow process. It's not that slow. I just beat myself up. Oh, we gotta go outside while it's still not raining, yeah? Before a storm hits us. Do you want to go outside and play? Yeah. Oh, it's a big stretch, Bubba. That's such a big stretch. Thank you for coming to say hello to us today and just lick all my lotion off. Thank you. Everywhere. Sleep is good for you. I just hate taking a nap and then not being able to actually go to sleep. Nothing happened. That's the worst. So I'm trying not to nap so I can go to bed at a normal time and get my sleep schedule back on point. Somewhat of a sleep schedule instead of just sleeping all day, but I don't know. If I'm tired, I'll take a nap, I promise. We're starting a new show and movie night tonight, so please make sure to come hang out with us. If you so please, it's every single night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in our Discord. You're very welcome. I'm going to go take some sinus medicine, rest my damn mouth. Let's see. Okay. All right, bud. Is this how you're feeling? Yeah. You smell nice. You smell like my puppy dog. Hi, Bill. All right. I'm going to rest myself. You should go rest yourself. My boy Domestic Dan is playing more of that Blueprints game, which is pretty fucking fun to watch. Like Blueprints. It's great. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Clean your fucking bongs. Have a delicious salty snack. Kiss a poot if you got one. They're pretty cute. I don't know. Or something. Look at that face. Maniacal. There was something else. We have 3 more days after this. 3 more days of raising money for St. Jude. We'll see how far we get, but I'm so proud of how far we've gone. Thank you so much for joining me in raising money yet again this year for St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's fucking righteous and always a pleasure to do with y'all, so thank you for that. Take care of yourselves, take your joy, drink water, and stay classy. And pee after sex and self-loving.